We not going. Matter of fact, let's switch the subject right now. So
Well,
let's go to you.
you had a whole episode where you let people see a deeper look into who you are. I think
Oh, the 50th episode.
I think the way in which your life experience shaped that episode is that typically you are not an open book like that.
Yeah,
and it was you stepping out of your comfort zone. Whereas like me, everybody, if anybody has been listening to the show from the beginning, y'all know I struggle with anxiety and depression. I struggle with ADHD. When I got the ADHD diagnosis, I told everybody about that. Y'all know about my weight loss journey, and I had bariatric surgery. Like, I wouldn't say I'm an open book, but I would say the way in which my life experience shaped the way I present on the show, not necessarily show topics, is that I know what it's like to feel like you're alone in whatever issues you're in, like whether it's anxiety, depression, whatever it is. I had an eating disorder when I was a teenager. Like, whatever it is, there are times where you feel like you're alone, and not only that, there was such a stigma attached, particularly to mental health. So when I'm more vocal about it, it's because I want to normalize people talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, we all struggle with our mental health. Is like our physical health, it's like our emotional health, it's like our spiritual health. We all have times we're feeling up and times we're feeling down. That's universal for everybody. Everybody has had a moment, or, maybe it's chronic, where you have struggled with your mental health. I know a lot of particularly women, particularly Black women, are getting ADHD and autism diagnoses in their 30s and 40s because they spent their entire life masking and didn't know. So when I talk about these things, talk about my life experience or things that I'm going through, how I present on the show is to normalize the discussion of it. So that people don't feel as afraid when somebody asks you, how are you doing? I'm like, hey, this week was a tough week, but I'm feeling better. Like, it's okay. You don't have to say I'm fine if you're not fine. So that's what I wanted to get across in the way that I present on the show.
And I think that's so important because that's exactly what I try to do as well. Well, kind of, sort of. I'm not as open as you are. I will say openly that I suffer from anxiety. And it's funny because I come from the generation 90s hip hop where you can't be soft.
Yeah.
Got to be hard all the time. And I'm like, who wants to do that all the time, man? That's the reason why so many men are dying of heart attacks and strokes. We hold it all in instead of talking about it.
Right.
I have two. My bestie, I don't ever have to say that. I don't ever have to do that with because she's a female. Not to say that men and females are different. Hold on. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. Men and females are different when it comes to dealing with emotions. Women are, by and large, generally speaking, are a lot more vocal in expressing their emotions than men are. I said by and large, generally speaking. I put all types of caveats on that.
No, but I mean, it's not something that's inherent. Like, it's a societal construct. It's what we're allowed to do.
You're absolutely right. Yes.
By society, men are not allowed to express the full breadth of their emotions because that's somehow an attack on their masculinity, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Right. We're taught as young children. Little girls can cry. Little boys can't cry.
Right.
So I never have a problem telling my bestie, because she's a female, I love you. Like, we never have a problem going back and forth with that. My two other best guy friends, one of them never have a problem with saying, I love you. Hey, love you, brother. Love you too. The other one, we know he does.
Right.
And you know who I'm talking. I'm talking to you. We know you love us.
Yeah.
And it just happened, I think, on New Year's or Christmas. We send it back, Merry Christmas or Happy New Year's, guys. I love you. Hey, the other one was like, hey, man, love you too. And another friend was like, Happy New Year. And I was like, just tell us you love us, dude. Like, I know you do. But he comes from that old school. It's just like men are men. And this is like, nah, man, like and it's like, well, I don't have those type of emotions. Yeah, you do. You just suppressing it. You got them. You got them. And you suppress it and it comes out as anger. Not saying him in particular, but I'm just saying by and large, you suppress emotions. It comes out in anger. So if you're an angry person that's got a quick temper.
Because you resent other people who are able to express their emotions. That's where it comes. That's where it comes from. Like whenever you see somebody and all they can express is rage, it's twofold. It's one that's the only thing that they were taught that they could express was joy and rage, and that's it. And also it's a resentment of people living authentically.
Whew. You just dropped the bar there.
Yeah.
Just dropped the bar. If you like that clip, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to catch up on all of our latest content. Don't forget to hit the notification button when you do subscribe so you can get updated every time we release content. We release content every day, whether it's an actual show or clips from the shows. So go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. Also, don't forget our Patreon page where you can find our Talking Straight-ish and After Hours Uncensored episodes. That's patreon.com/unsolicited perspectives. But once again, thank you again for listening to Unsolicited Perspectives. I'm your host, Bruce Anthony, and I'm going to catch you next time. I'll holla.